Surviving the inner city. You see, they told us that the city was a place of opportunity. It's where your dreams come true. It's the beating heart of innovation, right? The places where dreams come alive. Come to the big city is what they say, and you'll get all of everything you've ever dreamed of. You see, but nobody tells us the truth about living in the big city. You can eat, you can live if you're careful. Here's the reality. If you don't learn how to survive in the urban city, in the urban life, you will get swallowed up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. We see it all the time, not by gangs or not by crime, but something far more sinister, something far more dangerous and distracting. You see, people are burning out from living in the big cities, the big urban spaces, right? Burnout and disconnection is real. The loud noises, the constant parade of fire trucks and ambulances and police, all of it's becoming absolutely unbearable. Here's what we know. The big city had this big seduction. Living in urban life really was captivating at one point. I live in Miami, so I know exactly what it feels like, right? When you first move to a city, it's nostalgic, right? When I first moved to Miami, I was like, oh my God, there's no place like this. I was so excited that I couldn't leave, right? When you first move to a city, it's intoxicating. The lights, the noise, the people, the endless options of Uber and DoorDash, etc. You see, the big city tells us that here you can be anything. Here you can have it all except the peace of mind. Living in a big city, you don't have a peace of mind because you're always on the. But what do you get for always on the go? In exchange, it asks for everything. You don't have any energy. You're emotionally drained. You're mentally exhausted. Your time, your attention, your health, and sometimes your sanity. Your peace of mind goes away when you live in the big city. There's no more peace and quiet. You only get a piece of quiet. You saw what I did there? Peace and quiet. You saw that? You see, I remember my first year in Miami. I felt like it was a damn party. I didn't want to leave. But then I realized I wasn't building anything. I was just having fun. I was surviving Monday through Friday, doing my tennis lessons, having a great time. I could spend my weekends on the beach. It was the best thing I've ever thought of. I never thought I could live a life so great in the city until it started stressing me the hell out. All the noise, all the people, all the traffic, it just became too much for me. You see, the first trap is the overstimulation. You see, cities are engineered to keep you engaged with the neon lights. It's kind of like Vegas, right? There's shops 24/7, constant events, and social media feeding all of it, saying, hey, you should be at the next, the Art Basel. You should be at the next Lululemon festival. You should be, oh my God, there's just so much stuff to do. The second trap, everybody's comparing. I don't have a Ferrari, so I can't go there. I don't have a Rolls Royce. I'm only driving a Chevy. In rural neighborhoods, you might have listen, in smaller communities, you could at least have a garden or something. In urban, in big cities, all you got is a car, $8,000 car. And you start thinking to yourself, am I behind in life because I don't have a Rolls Royce? Or because you start comparing yourself to other people. You say, well, I don't have that, so I must not be valuable. Rent is absolutely through the roof. The tax, the cost of keeping up with fashion, eating out. How did I survive living in urban areas called Miami? How did I survive the big city? It was the psychology that I started to notice, right? The psychology that I was stressed out. I noticed that living in the big city, living in the urban area, maybe is not the best thing for me. The noise pollution of itself, it doesn't just affect your ears. It keeps your nervous system on a constant low grade of fight or flight. You don't know what's happening, when it's happening. Yeah, it's a lot. Living in Miami, in the big city, it gives me anxiety, to be honest with you. There's a lack of nature. Your body is designed to see trees. There's nothing but buildings, Brickell, buildings, design district, buildings. All of it's buildings. They're beautiful buildings, but there's no damn trees. Literally, you need to rewire your brain to operate in survival mode when you're living in the big city, and that's no way to live. You begin to isolate yourself, and even though you're surrounded by millions of people, right? Yet you're lonelier than you've ever been. Here's what I've done a little research. Research shows that urban dwellers have a higher rate of anxiety and depression compared to people who live in the country or smaller cities. I'll say that again. People who live in the urban or big cities have more anxiety, more depression than those people who do not live in big cities. So if you want to know why you're on prescription drugs, why you're stressed out, why you're in fight or flight all the time, it's the big city. Listen, you might see 500 people in a day and not have a single meaningful conversation. Listen, that messes with your soul. How many people do you walk by in the big city and they don't even say hi to you? They don't even acknowledge you. This messes with your soul in a way you don't even notice until one day you wake up and you realize how numb you are from living in the big city. Los Angeles, Miami, New York. When you walk around these places, nobody gives a damn about you. They'll walk right over you. No one's going to ask you, hey, do you need help with anything? They don't care. They're busy with their busy lives. And who wants to live like that? Listen, rule number 1, own your mornings. This is how you survive living in the big city until you get out. I'm going to give you all some key steps. The city will steal your day before you even wake up if you let it. Start your day off with stillness. No phones, no noise, just stillness. Every 10 minutes or so, breathe, stretch, shift your mental state. Start thinking about things that you want to see happen. Imagine what your day would look like. These are things that I'm doing to help myself survive living in the big city, in the big urban areas. You need, number 2, create a micro nature. Like put a little garden in your house. If you can't live near a park, then bring the greenery to you. Go buy some plants and put it in your house. Put lots of plants. You don't have to become a plant mom or plant dad, but at least get some small herbs, some money trees, some elephant ears. Just do something to make your life greener inside of your house. If you're living in the big city, if you're living in the urban areas, these are some things I'm going to give you that have really helped me navigate through living in the big city. Number 3, socially, listen, stop trying to keep up financially with people who might be drowning in debt. You know what I see here in Miami? A lot of credit cards, not a lot of cash. I mean, credit cards, Amex, Capital One. You know what that means? They're not using cash because they don't have any. Listen, build a small trusted circle where conversations are worth more than just what did you purchase at Louis Vuitton. You need to have real conversation. It's hard to do that when you live in urban areas because nobody gives a damn about yoga and gardening and stuff like that. You got to have an exit plan. If you're tired of living in the urban city, if you want to get out of the rat race, you can. Listen, I know the city is a tool, but it's not a home for everybody. If it's burning you out living in the big city, guess what? You need to escape. You need to have an escape number. How much money do you need to get out of the big city? Los Angeles, Miami, New York, San Francisco. Listen, you need to move to be in a healthier environment. Big cities are not healthy. I'll say that again. Big urban cities, they're not healthy. They're great for economic growth, but they're not good for your health. Listen, the last thing, you got to preserve who you are as a person. Urban life, big city life can turn you into a character that you never intended to play. Ask yourself weekly, daily, monthly. Ask yourself this question. Am I becoming who I want to be living in this city? Ask yourself, am I becoming the person I want to be by living here in this city? Whatever metropolitan city you find yourself. It could be Singapore. It could be Bangladesh. Urban life isn't just about avoiding dangers and not being robbed and all that kind of stuff. This is about protecting your sanity. Maybe you moved to the big city because of a job or because of your boyfriend or whatever, but it's been stressing you the hell out. If you've been looking for a wake-up call for you to figure out what should you do, get the hell out. Go live a smaller, simple life. The city can make you sharper, more resilient, more connected if you live intentionally, like if you have friends that are like that. But if you let it will drain you until you forget why you even came to the city in the first place. They call it getting lost in the sauce. You see, your mission is simple. I want you to understand this. We're about to make sure you go like, share, subscribe, Spotify, Fearless Conversations. Listen, guys, your mission is very simple. Take the opportunities without letting the city take you. Don't just survive in these big cities, but learn how to live if you have to be there. Take time for yourself. Meditation, yoga, walks in the park, getting more green spaces around your area, really pouring into your mental and emotional health. If this hits you and this message resonates with you and you're like, my God, I lived in a big city, share this with someone who's fighting to keep their peace of mind in the middle of chaos, who they're just like, I don't know if I can take another day living in this place. And if you're ready to take control of your life and you just don't know which direction to go, how to cross over to the river of change, do me a favor. Go to geraldfears.com and book your one-on-one session with me. Book a consultation. I'd love to sit with you and see how we can add value, help you cross over to the river of change and escape the big city life. Listen, in the city, you can thrive. But when you take yourself out of the city, there's nothing but greatness on the other side. Make sure you go share, like, and subscribe. Fearless Conversations. I'll see you guys soon.